like to have one like, you know, get the giveaway.
Yeah.
There was someone else. I thought there was three on the Zoom. There was. Are they gonna come in and pick up their
We can.
I'll mention.
Yeah, we can. There was somebody else. I don't know.
So I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. So thank you all for coming. I greatly appreciate it. My name's Melissa. And can you guys hear me on Zoom? Are you okay?
Yes.
You can,
We
okay,
get- yeah.
awesome. So I am the Community Outreach Manager for Central Delaware Habitat for Humanity. This is my first workshop. I've only been here since November, so I really appreciate you guys coming here and being a part of this with me. We are focusing on healthy homes this evening, and this was made possible through the support of Highmark. They've allowed us to come into some of the homes. I know some of you here have had us in your home to do some repairs to help your home to be healthier for you and your family. And we appreciate you for allowing us to do that, to give back to you. Highmark has also sponsored some of the giveaways that we have this evening. And this workshop, I know we had 3 different partners on the flyer, but unfortunately DHSS could not be here this evening, but we do still have Energize Delaware and the Help Initiative. So we are going to start with Angie Bivens, the Outreach Manager with Energize Delaware, and then we will transition over. So I just ask that you please just let each individual organization go through their presentation first, give you information, and then when they're finished, we'll open it up for question and answer before we move on to the next. And then at the end, you'll have time to come up and mingle with each organization. We will draw some raffles as well. Just to get you excited, we do have 4 different raffles. We have a Healthy Homes Cleaning Kit, a Ring Doorbell, a weatherization kit, and then the Help Initiative also provided us a safety kit that you can take home, and they'll each tell you more about those as well. All right, so Angie, turn it over to you.
Hi, Angie. Well, thank you for the warm welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. Almost evening now, I guess. But my name is Angie Bivens, and as I mentioned, I'm the outreach manager with a few of the residential programs with Energize Delaware. So if you turn that way, what I'll be talking about on this afternoon is tips for weatherizing your home. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. In the meantime, those orange bags that you have, I'm going to be talking about some of the information that's in them. So feel free to pull that bag out. So while you're doing that, just talk a little bit about Energize Delaware. We are a nonprofit organization, and we've got over 16 programs all around energy efficiency. So at the end of my presentation, I am going to tell you about some programs available that you're welcome to look into, sign up for, you'll love them. But there are other programs. So if you know of any other building type in the state of Delaware that needs to be more energy efficient, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be glad to put you in contact with the program that can hopefully get you some funding or some other resources. So let's go right into your home. So winter time is one of the times of the year when your energy bills are the highest. Why? Because you're trying to make all the air in your home warm, and that cold air on the outside is fighting that horribly. So one way to save on your energy bill is to do something called weatherizing your home. And it is just what it sounds like. You're basically going to protect your home from all the elements, all that cold air, the snow, the rain. anything else, because you never know, we might get a tsunami at the way things are going right now. But whatever weather comes against your home, the goal here is to make it more energy efficient, more tight, so that again, we're keeping the warm air in and the cold air out. So I'm gonna give you some quick tips, tell you about some programs, and then I'll let you move on to our other speakers. So first area of the house I want to cover is the mechanical items. So I'm basically going to cover 4 areas real quick. So first we're going to talk about mechanical, some of your big energy users. Whether you know it or not, the second biggest user of energy in your home is that lovely hot water heater. We love it, right? We need hot water. I can't take a cold shower. Don't know if anyone else can, right? No.
Right.
So, but there are some things you can do in the house that will help you to save energy with that hot water heater. So one thing you can do, anybody here ever see the Tide commercials, the Tide laundry soap? They're telling you wash in cold water. They are absolutely correct. You can wash your clothes in cold water and save yourself a lot of energy. It used to be back in the day, not to bring out my own grandma here, but she would always tell me, almost boil all my clothes in order to get them clean, right? You had to put it in the hottest of hot water. Well, now the detergent actually has come a long way. It's going to be your majority of a cleaning agent. Now, I still recommend hot water washes on any clothes you might have worn somewhere where you could have been exposed to COVID or any other germs. But outside of that, do a cold water wash. All right. And the other thing you can do when you get home, I recommend just touching your hot water tank. If you have a tank, give it a quick touch. What you're feeling for when you touch it is to see if the outside of it is warm. If the outside of your tank is warm, that's what we call heat loss. It could be costing you more money because that means your tank is coming on and off more to keep the water in it warm. Quick fix to that. If you've never heard of it, you might want to write it down. It's called a hot water blanket. Hot water blanket. It's just a piece of insulation goes around the tank. But again, it's a huge energy saver. The biggest user of energy in your home, about half of your energy bill, is actually heating and cooling your house. And I'm seeing a lot of head nods because we all feel that one, right? So a few things you can do. One, if you don't already have a programmable thermostat, look into getting either a programmable thermostat or a smart thermostat. Now, if you're wondering where you could get a smart thermostat cheap, first item I'm going to tell you about, go in that orange bag, you're going to see this lovely thing. I know nobody wants to fan herself, just a little chilly. But on the back of it, this is actually Energize Delaware started a marketplace where you can get items at a reduced cost. We actually take a portion of the money off before it's on the website. So take a look. Last month we had smart thermostats, which can range from $300 to $500 on our marketplace for only $1. I'm not joking. The manufacturer had rebates, we had rebates, and when you put it in your cart, you were able to get it for $1. Take a look. Right now, we've also got 40% off Christmas lights, LED lights. All right, sorry if that sounded salesy. We'll keep it going. All right, so let's go into energy efficiency. There's some things in energy efficiency you can do in your home to make it more energy efficient. First thing I'm going to talk about, you've already got right in front of you. So to everybody that's in person, you got your pack of LED bulbs. So I'm going to talk about them real quick. So these here LED bulbs are actually energy efficient. So they use a lot less energy than their counterparts. So you'll see on the box, this says 60 watt real big, right? Most of us are used to buying 60 watt light bulbs in the glass form. LED, if you were to open your box and take a look at them, an LED light bulb isn't the same as an incandescent glass one. Main thing I noticed, it's actually made of plastic. They're a lot more durable, but what matters to you is how you save energy, right? The first way you save energy is because the light bulb lasts a lot longer than a regular incandescent bulb. Incandescent bulb lasts about 6 months. LED bulbs last on average 9 years. I love it when I hear the wows. 9 years. Now, it also saves you energy because of the amount of energy it uses. So these are 60 watt equivalent, but if you look closely, they only use 8 watts of energy. So think about that. Instead of turning on your light switch and paying Delaware Power or City of Dover, 60 watts, you're only going to be paying for 8. So when you buy your next set of light bulbs, make sure you are looking for LED bulbs. That's what you want. That's what's gonna help you save some energy. And Christmas lights come in LEDs too. Save some energy, everybody. So our second thing on energy efficiency, anytime you need to upgrade an appliance, look for that logo. That Energy Star logo means it is rated by the government, the EPA, Environment Protection Agency. Woo, proud of myself for getting it all. But that agency has determined that the item that you're gonna buy uses less energy than its counterpart. So sometimes people will look at the price of an Energy Star item and go, that costs a little bit more, I don't wanna go that route. But an Energy Star item is gonna save you on your bill in the long term of having it. So definitely look for Energy Star. Next, we're gonna go into the building shell itself. What can you do? Roll up those sleeves and get handy for a second and do to make your own home more energy efficient. First thing I wanna mention is you can inspect the windows and doors of your home. What you're looking for around the frames of the window, the frame of the door, are any gaps, any cracks, or any air leaks. In my picture up there, you'll be able to see a very small gap at the base of the door. How many people have seen this happen or might have it happening in their home? Common, right? The more you use your door, the weather stripping around the door will begin to tear. But that small 1/4 inch gap is the same as having a window open a 1/4 inch in your house. So you really got to take care of it. Going to my mom now. My mom used to put a little stuffed dog down at the door. I thought it was horrible, kicked it all around the house. She was energy efficient, y'all. So she put a little dog down there, but you could literally roll up a towel. There are items called a door sweep. So here's a few examples. This one's a white one. This one's a brown one with an adhesive on the back. Sorry, it's a little beat up. I use it a lot. But basically what you can do, oh, here's another example. This one's actually called a door draft kit. So this one slides. This is one of my favorite if you're looking to get one. This one's actually got 2 holes or 2 tubes in it, and it creates a little barrier around the door. You slide the door. So, sorry, it's bending too, right? I use my items, I work hard. So you would slide the door in here or slide this onto the door, and now it's got protection on each side of the door that prevents that air from getting in. So that's another item. Feel free to look those up. And if anybody's got questions, I can provide you with some information on where you can find those. But you definitely want to take care of that. Something else you can do for these gaps is air sealing. You can use caulk, old-fashioned caulk. It comes in a squeezable form, or you can use it with a gun. That's a more permanent measure. There's also some items known as weather stripping. So it's stuck in the box and wanted to be evil. But here's one example of weather stripping. So we were talking about the base of the door and around the door. You can actually find that at Lowe's, Home Depot. And this is a more semi-permanent measure known as rope caulk. And basically you can just peel it off. It's like Play-Doh, so don't leave it around any of the kids or yourself if you're like me. Yes, I have a few teddy bears made of it on my desk. But basically you mold it with your hands, and let's say if this were the window, you just fill it in where you need to fill it in. But I like it because it's semi-permanent, meaning that in a few months, if I need to open the window, it's a quick, easy remove. And you can put it away and save it for another day. So that's just a few different ways that you can do air sealing. Trying to be mindful of my time. Now, health and safety, I've got a few things, but I'm going to leave most of it for health because I know that they're going to do a great job in talking about it. But when you weatherize your home, it's recommended just take a day and do it, right? Don't, some people are like, oh, well, I'll do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow. Usually you don't come back tomorrow. So take one day. And while you're doing all these other items, go ahead and check your smoke and your carbon monoxide alarms. Check those batteries, make sure they're working. If you've got a chirp chirp going on, and those who have one like myself used to know exactly what I'm talking about. You got to take care of that. Make sure you're changing those batteries. And lastly, if you have not done it, I'm telling you, it's a necessity. Create a home emergency kit. You don't want to wait until the blizzard hits or something happens and then you're trying to frantically make a bag. Just go ahead and do it. A few quick and easy things to put in there. A few days worth of medicine, right? If you're on any regular medicine, some changes of clothes for anyone in the household. Batteries. If you have a battery operated radio, again, prescriptions. And a few jugs of water and some perishable goods. You just want to have that in case tucked away somewhere. So now I'm gonna wrap it up and talk about a few of the programs that are in your orange bag. Again, if you wanna grab that baggie. So the first program I'm gonna talk about is a free home energy checkup. You're gonna see it's a long brochure, just a one pager, and it's got a beautiful little brown family on it. Go ahead and pull that out. This particular program gives you a free energy checkup of your home. It's a 1-hour appointment. An energy advisor comes out. They walk through your home with you. They'll point out some things you can do in your home. If you're not able, if you're on some financial constraints and you're not able to make repairs to your home that you need, we will put you in contact with additional programs like Habitat, but we've also got some other partners as well. If you need financial assistance paying your bills, we also work with some organizations that can help with that. And the last thing we do before we leave the house is we install $100 worth of light bulbs, faucet aerators, shower heads, hot water heater pipe wrapping, and night lights. No charge for any of it. Definitely take a look at this brochure and this program. If you're interested at all, I do have some forms up here. You can sign up today and we can give you a call back to get that scheduled. Now, if you take a look, we do have some income guidelines on here. You just take a look for how many people are in your household. You just need to be at or less than the number on the card. Now, if you make more than that, I'm going to quickly talk about our home performance program. And that would be this brochure with the Asian family on it. And this particular is very similar, but it's a lot more diagnostic. So if you actually, like I said, if you didn't meet the income qualifications for the other program, or if you know you need to make upgrades anyway, you're about to pay for some stuff to your home, you want to do this first. We give you a full energy audit. This one is a full BPI, which is the Building Professional Institute. It's a full BPI certified audit of your home. So they run a lot of diagnostic tests. There are some fees incurred with this one. So you would be paying for any upgrades you make, as well as $50 for the audit. And I'm telling you, that's a huge deal. Normally costs anywhere from $300 to $500. So you pay $50 for the audit, you get $250 worth of items installed at the audit, and then you get rebates, meaning we literally cut a check for upgrades that you make to your home. So I went through this particular program, got an audit for $50. I had to get a new heating unit, got all that done, boom, boom. And then got a check back for about $1,600 after I had everything installed. Nobody else in the state pays you to make your house nicer. Just so think about that. And you are currently curious about the rebate amounts. There's a paper in your bag. And this folded up paper lists all the rebate amounts so you can clearly see them. And before you actually agreed to have any work done, you would know how much you were going to receive. If you're missing it, I'll get with you later. Now, lastly, I just want to mention the other item that is in your bag. So you may have seen a little box in that orange bag. You got a switch. This is energy saving. You may not realize it, but another item that steals energy in your home are energy vampires. Anything plugged in, not turned on. So this actually has a switch on it. I recommend putting your microwave on it. That's just my recommendation. But what it does, your microwave's always drawing a small amount of energy because of the clock, right? But if you got a clock on your oven, you don't need the clock on the microwave too. So you can put your microwave on it. And what you can do is plug this into the wall, plug the microwave into this, and now your microwave can be turned on and off with a switch. You could literally use this for any item in your home, but just a suggestion. And again, it's really good for anything you leave plugged in all the time. Phone chargers are another one that draw energy even when they're not on. So just don't throw that out there. Don't throw anything up here at me. And then lastly, you got a really small piece of paper in your bag. So how about that? There's a really small piece of paper in there. If you enjoyed this mini workshop, I do have a full weatherization workshop coming up in January. Feel free to sign up for it. And in this workshop, if you attend, you get a weatherization kit mailed to your home at the end of it. And in that weatherization kit, it includes some night lights, a smart strip, which I'm sure you want to know what this is and how it works. Come to the workshop. All right. And then for anybody that was interested in purchasing anything off the marketplace, you have that information on your fans. feel free to do that. And if anybody would like to host a workshop or come to another workshop, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be here till the end. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Angie before we move over to the health initiative?
Just throw it all at Johnson.
And she will be here till the very end, so we're here till 6:30. So if you have a question that you want to wait until afterwards, it's just personal to you, that's okay. You can come up and talk to her afterwards as well. All right, so we're gonna shift over. And can we shift our Zoom camera just a little as well? And we're gonna move over to the health initiative. So we have Carol Stafford, who is the president of the board of directors, and we have Rosalind Rodriguez, sorry, the program manager, as well. And they're gonna tell you all about their program and what they have to offer to you.
Thank you, Melissa. Good evening, everybody. And I tell you, Angie is always such a grand slam hitter. You know, they call baseball. She knocks it out of the park every time she does one of these. And she makes it so difficult to follow. But Rob and I will work as hard as we can to try to at least come close to filling her shoes. We're so excited about the opportunity to be here to share with all of you all of the great programs that we offer. And Energize Delaware is one of the funders of our program as well. So we work very closely with Energize Delaware as well as with Angie Bivens. I don't know whether my advisor here wants to speak first, but if not, I'm going to proceed. And just give you a quick overview of all of our programs, and then you can ask us any questions that you'd like to have about anything we do. Angie spoke a lot about health and also safety as well as some other things. Our signature program, the way that we started this company 6 years ago, was doing something really simple. That's by taking an LED light bulb and going to some of the high crime areas throughout the state to install LED light bulbs on the front and back of homes. And by doing that, we were able to improve the lighting in areas where there was very poor lighting. And as we know, with better lighting, there's also better public safety. Front and back, and if we didn't have a fixture, we would install one of these solar powered motion lights. 1,000 lumens. Very light. If you walk within 20 feet of this light, it'll come on and remain on as long as there's activity. Another good security and safety measure. And there's no cost for any of the things that we're going to be talking about today. And in addition to that, we offer several health-related kinds of things. We have what's called a healthy home assessment program. And that is based on 29 health hazards that the U.S. Department of Health and Urban Development, Housing and Urban Development established. And what we do is follow those health hazards that we go into homes to do healthy home assessments. Rosalind is one of the program managers that leads that initiative. We go in and assess whether there are hazards that are contributing to people falling, tripping, and going into the emergency departments in different hospitals. We have agreements with Bay Health here in Dover, Tidal Health in Seaford, Christiana Care in Wilmington. We go in and make an assessment to see whether there are items that are causing one to trip and fall. And if there are also any respiratory problems resulting from mold, moisture in the home. Trips and falls normally are experiences that older people might experience. And the moisture is usually related to problems that kids experience from respiratory problems from mold and leakage of water into the home. So we go in and do an assessment, and then when we complete that assessment, we have contracts with companies throughout the state that remediate those hazards. So if you have something that's causing you to go in and out of the hospital, then we can have those companies go in to remediate that. And maybe Rosalind want to take a couple of minutes to walk through what that includes.
Well, we check all, as Sarah said, we check all your house, we check inside and also outside. We check everything, floor, ceiling, if you have any leaking, any, the bathroom, any, mold or anything, we check it all. And then we report, so you can, have help to remediate all the problems. While we are doing that, we also give you, things that can, help, to be more safe. So we give you smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector, fire extinguisher. This is very, very easy to use because it's just on a spray that you can spray. It's not like that all one time. I don't even know how to use it, but this one is pretty good. This one is our first ID kit, like have band-aids, alcohol, things for emergency in the house. And blanket, we give you, this is whether a strip is for doors or windows that help you to get the temperatures we need.
Okay, and we also, the blankets as well.
And a blanket is a comfort blanket that you can use it for, I love it for CTV or something.
And the carbon monoxide detector, that's also one of the items that come in this safety kit that we install at no cost to. Any questions about the? And Rosalind and her team also go in and do something very similar to what Angie was talking about as far as the education program, where she'll go in and also look at ways that she can help you save on your electricity by installing other energy efficient measures within your home.
Oh, so it's similar at Angie, we change your light bulb, shower head, we give you, let's see, shower head. We give you a little post, I love it, is that you put it in the kitchen, that you control the flow of the water in the kitchen. And then also for the shower head, you control the flow of the water too, so you can save in water. And so we change all your light bulbs for 9 watts LED as she do too. And we give you 9 watts too.
Any questions? And what we also do is we try to follow back up to make sure that everything that we've installed is working properly. And if there's a problem with any of the light fixtures that we will install, then you can always call us. We'll go back and make sure that we replace them if necessary. We have brochures here that list about 10 programs that we offer at no cost. And we have a call center that's staffed from 8 in the morning until 8 at night by a person Monday through Friday. So when you call our office, you don't get an answer machine, you get a live body from 8 to 8 Monday through Friday. And on weekends or after hours, that call will go into our answer machine and we'll get the information the next day. Name, email if you have one, phone number, and follow up immediately to make sure that we respond to whatever you're calling to request different services. So we have several of these brochures here. Make sure you take one before you go, and if you don't have a request for any of our services tonight, Rosalind has a sign-in sheet. So if you want to sign up for any of our programs tonight, feel free to do so. But if you don't, you can always take one of these brochures and look through it to see which of these programs that you might be interested in a little bit. Yes, ma'am.
Is there an income criteria to receive your services?
I mean, obviously, if you are living in $1 million home and you won't need our services, right?
Sure.
So obviously, we try to make sure that we serve whoever needs them and would like to have them, but high income, we try to stay away from people who don't need those kinds of services. Yes, ma'am.
You have to be located in Kent County.
No, I'm glad you asked that. We just about a month ago installed our 10,000 lights at our 10,000 homes, if you believe that. We've done these installations at 10,000 homes throughout the state of Delaware. Just a simple light bulb, 10,000 homes. And we've done that from Laurel to Georgetown, Milford, Seaford, Dover, Clayton, Smyrna, Middletown, Easton, Harrington, yes, Greenwood,
So if we have,
Easton, West Wilmington.
so if we have friends or family who need help, then they.
Anybody in Delaware, or Delaware,
Yeah.
need the service, we glad to help.
Throughout the states. Our budget for this year from Energize Delaware is to install lights at 5,000 homes.
Is it only in the city or is it also in the county?
As long as you live in the state of Delaware, it doesn't matter where. We've probably done close to, I would say close to 1,000 just in Newcastle County, over 1,200 in this area. So wherever you live in the state of Delaware, as long as you know where you live, when you to come, we'll be there. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Instead of having a hard wire, floodlight outside, you mean, tell me you could use one of those things,
One
the
of these?
solar panels?
Yes, we can.
Because my husband's interested in having, a sense of floodlight in the backyard that we don't have to hardwire it, it's one of those.
Correct.
As soon as you have any space that receive a lot of sun, because you try to the sun,
Mhm.
we will put it for you. And then we light up, it's just a motion sensor, so it will light up just for 1 minute when at nighttime, and then it will be light up.
So one of the good thing about the bulbs too is they have a sensor, this little red dot, that's one of them. If you leave your switch in your own position, it comes in automatically at night, goes off during the day, dusk to dawn.
So if we have a light fixture in the front,
Mhm.
I can take that light bulb out
Yeah.
and put that one in, and that's like a sensor that will come off and on as long as I switch it on.
Yes, sir. And you don't even have to put it in, we'll be there to install it for you.
If anybody on the service, if you be, in my list, put your name to add, you can do it for me. And then, you can. I know that you're excited to have it. So you can put your name, your address, and your telephone number, so we call you and make an appointment. And then we go to your house and do all the things for you.
I'll take all the installations there, no cost.
We just use those outside.
We use these outside and then we use similar bulbs too, but Angie has me inside.
Do they go on and off?
Not inside. Outside, yes. These all outside. Okay, I think that's, these are the questions, safety.
Anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, and I think the numbers on it. It's- Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and pass out the survey, just if you can fill it out based upon the information that you received this evening, to just help us move forward and plan future events. And then after we get the surveys back, we'll go ahead and we'll do our raffles. And you guys can speak to either company. And we have.
And Maria got them, they're already in there.
Yeah, I think Maria had, but I think there was one more.
Chelsea.
I think she's getting it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then for everyone that's on Zoom, just so you know, you're also in the raffle. And we also have bags for you that you can stop in and pick up. So you'll have everything that everyone else got that was in person. Oh. And we'll also send you, the folks on Zoom will send you an email with the survey. So if you, when you get that, just make sure you fill that out just to help us know what we need to provide for next time.
Yes. No problem.
It's the Healthy Homes Workshop. Thank you.
They don't know, probably Wednesday at the latest.
Yeah.
If anyone received a survey for repairs, if you guys can just return it to me before you leave tonight.
And I will take them. If you're done, just let me know, wave at me and I'll come and get them.
One other, real quick thing, my name's Jocelyn, I'm with Central Delaware Habitat. Some of you I know, and in some cases I don't know, but, just a couple of quick themes. Habitat for Humanity International, or not international, our affiliate with Sussex County and Newcastle County, recently engaged, the University of Delaware to do a healthy homes study in the state of Delaware. And the report was released, it's on our website, but the report was done in effort for us to continue our home repair program and to gather data throughout the state. So that we can continue to get funding from places like Highmark. Energize Delaware has been a great partnership for repairs throughout the state, and the health initiative, and the work that they do as well is all in an effort to maintain healthy housing. And just real quick, they talked a lot about things, but to kind of summarize a lot of what they talked about when you relate health and housing together, right? The 7 healthy principles that we have found to keeping the healthy home is to keep it dry, right? We're trying to stop any leaks. And if we have leaks, we want to try to figure out why it's leaking and seek resources in order to get that repaired. Clean, the importance of dusting and vacuuming, especially if you have pets and things of that nature. In your bags tonight, Habitat's included kind of a clean cleaning product, so no bleach. It's not harsh on what you're cleaning, with some cleaning rags and stuff like that. Ventilated, pest free, so you know if there's well, pest free, safe, and we talked about the carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, the importance of having those in your home. Contaminant free, you know, if it's the lead paint or the asbestos, kind of getting those remediated, and then just maintaining your home also, so that you can continue to have a, you know, kind of living in that healthy environment. And so we're just so thankful for the services that Energize Delaware has to offer, as well as the health initiative. And I think there's probably some other resources throughout Penn County. I'm not sure what they are, but there might be some other resources available. I know for our home repair program, just a plug, that we are still taking applications for home repair. So if you're still needed, or do see Melissa submit an application, we're kind of on a waiting period right now. But we also go in and kind of do some assessments and do some repairs ourselves. So but anyway, just thank you again for coming out, and I'll turn it back over to Melissa.
Melissa, I'd just like to say one thing you just reminded me of. We just purchased 6 lead testing machines. And in view of the recent publicity that you heard about the water in schools around the country, We just purchased 6 of those machines and we'll be working with the community organizations to start testing kids under 6 years of age. We did a couple of tests at something in Newcastle. But we're gonna be doing that more around this.
And you have the information that you can share with us, or there's something that we can, I'm happy to send it to the participants. Okay, so is everybody ready for a raffle? Alright, so the first thing we're gonna raffle off, Chrissy, do you wanna draw for me? We are gonna raffle off, like a cleaning kit. So just like Jocelyn mentioned, you know, there's lots of things you can do to keep your home healthy, especially right now with the flu going around and everything else that we shall not name. There's lots of stuff in here, healthy stuff to clean your home with, so you're not just like cleaning with bleach and those kind of things that make it hard to breathe. So the winner for this one is James. Kreider. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. I didn't say. Carry that out. We'll have to get everything out.
Looks like somebody's trying to put you to work.
I got 2 kids.
Oh, good. Good for you.
Oh, yes, make it work.
So the next thing that we have is a weatherization kit, and this was provided by the Help Initiative. Chelsea Cobbs.
She's on,
And
she's on the
one of
Zoom.
our Zoom, so Chelsea, congratulations. And then this kit was also provided by the Help Initiative. Miss Sarah Harris. And this is our last raffle. So Habitat was able to provide this with the help of Highmark. And this goes to Elizabeth Caldwell.
That's me, but I already have ring.
So you want to pass it on to somebody else?
Yeah, I'm going to come out.
Okay. Miss Vanessa Hudson.
Everybody's got a ring.
I'm gonna I'll draw Diane Monaco.
Yeah.
Rick Ormo? All right.
Now we have to get internet.
That's okay.
You can actually get it really, I believe there's a program where you can get your internet for, what is it, $50 a month or something? Anybody
And
else?
for that, you just use your phone. You put it on the house, there's a couple screws you put in, we walked around and put them up, but if I could put them up, then
Yeah.
it's easy to do. And then you just charge it and use the app, easy to download, and you just use your phone and you don't have to do anything super special. So if you have questions, we do have a sheet, we still have those instruction sheets, I think we can get you one that was kind of a simple explanation. So I just never wanted thank you again to all of you. Thank you.
We're brothers, we're twin, really twin brothers.
You guys have any questions? Want to take some time and to either of these organizations, please feel free to help yourself to the refreshments that are there. And thank you all for coming. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Did anybody have any questions before we get off the Zoom? No?
Did you sign up?
Miss Paula, hi, Miss Paula. Miss Paula.
Chelsea, you're gonna have to come in and get your goodies.
Come back and get there, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, guys. thanks for
Everybody else.
attending.
everybody has to come in and get their goodies. Come get your light bulbs.
Yes, we got bags. You can find me. I'm Heather or Melissa. Come in and restore Maria. come in the restore and we'll get all your goodies for you, okay?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Good night, ladies.
Bye.